So we are at Giordano's Vintage Motors in rainy Carnation, Washington, doing a startup and walk around video of our 1965/66 Porsche 911. We're going to do a cold start here. Let's see if this thing will hold an idle. So we can see our parking brake light is on. And we'll see if this guy will hold an idle for us for a minute. So we got a very clean engine compartment back here. So again, this is actually built, I think, in November, December of '65. Title is a 1966 Porsche 912, kind of one of the rare early cars with the 3 gauge. Since it's pouring down rain out here, we're just going to do a walk around video with the car running for a little bit. So we're going to zoom in on the numbers. The car was represented to us by the previous owner as being matching number. We do not have a CARDEX certificate of ownership for the car, but that's something that we are going to try to verify the matching number. We're going to turn this guy off here. So we'll continue with the attempted one-take walk around of the early 912. So we'll give a little quick view. This car came to us as car coming out of a collection in a very dry part of Washington. It was there for many years, owned by an enthusiast, and then it was purchased by a gentleman over in this same community who purchased the car, used the car, and really enjoyed it, kept it in very nice shape, and kept it, running and driving. And we got the car here. It did have some signs showing of needing a little bit of a light cleaning up with the paint. There was a couple areas where there was some minor rust bubbling, and we have some photos that might show the before pictures, but a very presentable car. There was a few little problems with some of the prep work on the parts of the car, the top surface, so we stripped the car, I think, to bare metal, the hood and some other areas, and did a sympathetic cosmetic restoration. Now that is, it's not a complete repaint, but the quality of the paint previously there was very good, so we've done our professional restoration shop that works with us did a nice job of matching the paint. So again, it's a great looking car. It is the early 3 gauge 912 with some a little special stuff. You notice we have the factory fog lamps in there, which are really nice. Look to be in nice condition. So again, if we had the certificate of authenticity from Porsche, we could verify some of these options on the car. So what we're going to look at, we're just going to look at some specific areas here. Obviously the trunk area of these cars, the trunk pan, battery pan area can be a real bugaboo to deal with. Ooh, it looks like our detail guy didn't get at this too much, so we'll have to have him clean that up a little bit. But you can see the battery box is actually, this is really nice. A little bit of corrosion down there at the battery area. Definitely a non-factory battery hold down. But you can see it's in nice shape. We have a jack, the 19mm wrench, and again, this is good solid steel, no evidence that this has been wrecked. Under here, let's see if the camera can adjust to the light. Not very well. So that's that. We'll roll this out of the way here temporarily and take a look at what we've got here. So it does have a nice custom car cover, the wrench. There's some other little pieces I want to quickly show here. And if you've noticed, those observant Porsche guys would notice that we're supposed to have a brushed aluminum fascia on the lower dash. When this car was restored, they decided to go with black. These panels are in very nice shape. These are just some spare pieces here. Actually, we have this little bit of paint there for touch-up. And then we have a brand new headliner, which is ivory, correct for this car, which is not installed. So we'll get a little picture of the headliner. Is a little bit worn to the underside of the hood. Very nice shape, no evidence of any bubbling. closes well. So again, not to confuse any potential buyers, this has not been a body off restoration. There is some evidence that they did a really nice job prepping the car and painting it many years ago. I don't know, just guessing, 8 to 12 years ago the car was restored. A couple little areas where since the car was driven, a little bit of bubbling came in. Those were fixed. The bottom of the fenders were actually patched again, very nice. This area here was sympathetically, I think that was cut out and patched on one of the sides. And this quarter panel and door, I think, were reshot. So it appears there was a little parking lot ding and the letter C was missing. So all the photographs we have of this car, some very nice little still photos, digital photos, show the C missing. I know a couple people have commented, do you have the C? Well, the answer is we don't. We're going to have to purchase that. Hopefully there's nothing really special about that C letter. We have some incorrect ones that we don't want to put on there. One of the little distinctive features of the car is, of course, the early 912 script on 65, 66s. So, you know, the car has nice alloy wheels on it. Looks to be the Fuchs style. Obviously 15-inch, and they're probably 6x15s, 5.5x15s. So there are some areas of this car that is a little bit older paint. They were sympathetically left, and then other parts were, you know, brought down to bare metal. So again, one of the distinctive features is the early script. So we can see the interior of the car looks pretty original. We've got the 3-gauge package showing 61,000, we've been told, original miles. This is believed to be an original interior, not restored. The headliner, see, has a couple tears in it. Kind of a nuisance. We have the new headliner, but we don't have a in-between upholstery shops at this point. So we're going to leave that. And then the worst part of the interior is this separation here of the on the top seat cover. So this car could really use a set of seat covers. Again, looks very original, very correct. The car does have the Blaupunkt AM/FM shortwave radio, the Frankfurt, which is a nice little radio in good condition. Great looking steering wheel with no apparent cracks. Really great. The gauges look great. As you can see, the car starts up, runs really nice. It is a 4-speed. It does shift very well. Got a chance to drive this car extensively last week, bringing it back from the shop. Another little incorrect thing. This usually this black in-between seal here between fender and cowl, you know, this was painted. That seal was painted. That's probably incorrect. You can see little touches like some of these things that are usually really rusty are in good condition in this car. It's got great looking trim, chrome. In our crowded showroom here, it's kind of hard to get an idea of the body lines, but the gaps look actually really nice, and hopefully the photos will show that better than this. So I'm going to go underneath the car and try to get a little bit of a picture of the car from underneath to give you a bit of, again, I would recommend looking at some of the photos of the car to show body lines and some of the details. The videos are most helpful when you get I wish I could take this thing out driving, but it's going to get really wet out here. You can see the lines of the car, from the little you can tell from the video, are really nice, the gaps. So I'm going to put the camera underneath the car to look at the pans. We did repair the driver's side floor pan up in the front, pretty typical areas of rust that was cut out. A new panel was installed. And again, looks a little dirty here, driving in some little dirt road I had to drive in occasionally. So again, I might recommend looking. There's really detailed photos of the car on our website, www.giocars.com, with a link to flickr.com photos. Show extensively the two areas that were repaired lightly. The other spot was just a little small area where up here, going in the front, where the front suspension arm, driver's side, left-hand side, mates in. Somebody hit a rock or a curb, put a dent in there, and there was a small rust hole. And that panel, that little tiny panel there, was replaced with a nice patch panel. Again, there's been some 3M light undercoating put on here just to protect the car. But it's very solid, good looking car. And again, kind of hard for a little unlighted digital camera to kind of handle what's going on up here. This could be really a boring piece of video for the viewers. Apologize for that. Just don't have enough light to really see what's going on. I'm under the left-hand floor pan, kind of that patched area. Just don't know if we got enough light to do anything in here. So, just going to walk around a little bit. Again, it's kind of in a crowded area of the showroom, kind of get a view of the car. This is really a pretty car. It appears to be the factory, it's a factory red car. Again, with the Fuchs style alloys and the Hella fog lamps. Those are a couple nice looking period pieces on there. Good chrome, good trim. Some of the trim was left original here. The front deco, definitely just kind of an original piece that's been there. We repainted the lower panel, but kind of left that. That's original. Some of these other pieces we really haven't messed with. But between the light restoration we did and the previous restoration, a lot of this car has been really extensively gone through. And again, it's a very nice driving car, very enjoyable. So we have this car on our website at www.giocars.com. We may try to add a driving video when it dries out a little around here, which could be 6 months here in the northwest of Pacific Northwest, Washington State. But again, that's the one piece that would be kind of nice to do, to get a driving video of the car. It does drive and handle really, really terrific. So again, we're at www.giocars.com. As you can see, we have lots of interesting European sports collector cars, muscle cars. This is part of our inventory. You can see us on the web, giocars.com. We have great shipping connections anywhere in the world. We get great prices of shipping anywhere in the United States or Canada. We have a great reputation of supplying quality cars. Some of our cars are ready to go, turnkey. Others are a little bit of a project waiting for the new owner to finish. And so this is our showroom in Carnation, Washington, showing again some of our cars. So thanks for sitting through our little walkthrough of our 65, 66 Porsche 912. Refer to the website for more details. This is Jim Giordano. Again, as I say in all videos, no chance of winning any film awards for the quality of video, but hopefully you enjoyed getting a little bit of picture, just a tiny bit better idea of this car, as certain people are considering this as maybe their next car. Thanks for watching, and happy motoring.